America. Good morning, everyone. This is the weekend that we're going to be celebrating Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is a special day to remember all those who gave their life for the freedom that we get to enjoy. So I thought I would show you a book of America the Beautiful. This is a song I always love singing with my class, and it's called America the Beautiful, and maybe you know it. The pictures here are so wonderful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Now, you know what? I'm not the best singer, but I love to sing songs about our country. America the Beautiful. We have so much to be thankful for because we live in America. The next book I want to read is Say I'm Sorry. Oh my goodness, is it sometimes hard to say that word? Sorry. So I wanted to see what the Berenstain Bears had to say about saying I'm sorry. It was a hot summer day. Brother, sister, and Honey Bear were filling their pool. Sister held the hose. She bent over to scratch her foot, and the hose squirted Brother in the face. I'm sorry, said Sister. Brother was angry. Now, Brother, said Mama, Sister didn't do it on purpose. And she said, I'm sorry, said Papa. You're right, said Brother. That's all right, he said to Sister. But Honey started to laugh, and Brother was all wet. Oh dear. It's not nice to laugh when someone gets wet, Mama told Honey. Sorry, said Honey. Said Brother. Let me see that hose. Sister gave it to him, and with a grin, Brother squirted Honey and Sister. Have you ever done something like that? That's not nice, Brother, said Papa. Sister and Honey both said they're sorry. Brother stopped. Papa was right. Brother felt a little guilty. I'm sorry, he said. Here, said Brother. He handed the hose to Sister. You can squirt me back. No, that's all right, said Sister. You said I'm sorry. And she put the hose into the pool to fill it up. But Honey wanted to turn, and with a little grin, she grabbed the hose and she squirted Brother and Sister. Hey, they yelled. No fair. Honey stopped squirting them. I'm sorry, she said. But then Brother and Sister started laughing. That's all right, they said. This is fun. Honey chased them with the hose. Sometimes it's a lot of fun to do that, isn't it? The cubs laughed so hard they fell down. They took turns squirting each other. They got very wet. It felt so good on a hot day. Now let's fill the pool, said Sister. So they did. The cubs climbed in with their pool toys. The water was cold, but it felt very good. Ah, they all said. Honey saw the hose still running. She started to pick it up. Honey, warned Mama and Papa, that's enough squirting. Sorry, she said, putting it down. That's okay, said Brother and Sister. They settled down to play in the cool water on that hot summer day. And you know what? Every time they said, I'm sorry, it seemed like they got along so well and no one stayed mad or angry. So they're almost like two little magic words. I'm sorry. And sometimes we need to say that. Well, do you know, right outside my house, I got a plant for Mother's Day called milkweed. And monarch butterflies flew and they laid their eggs. And guess what I have on that plant now? Caterpillars. So I'm going to read a story called Once There Was a Caterpillar. And right now I think I've got counted 6 caterpillars out there this morning. Once there was a caterpillar. Caterpillars are amazing. Some are hairy, some have spots or stripes, and some of them live in my mom's cabbage patch. Caterpillars hatch out of their eggs in the spring. They are tiny and very hungry. They start to eat right away, and leaves are their favorite food. In fact, leaves are their only food. Yummy. And that kind of looks like my plant outside. They're just eating it all up. I can't believe how much they've eaten. And I'm happy to learn that leaves are their only favorite food. I wondered about that. As they eat, they grow. They grow so quickly that they soon grow out of their skin. Luckily, new skin has already grown underneath the old skin. Look at that. Yikes, they're just growing so much. Right now, all my caterpillars kind of look real plump like that. This happens quite a few times. And look at the little boy saying, I've grown too. His clothes don't fit him anymore. By the end of summer, the caterpillars have grown big and fat. Oh my goodness. But they don't stay caterpillars forever. They change. Time to go. And look at it, it's crawling up the tree. First they shed their skin one last time. Then they attach themselves to a nice leaf or to a twig. Can you see that? Yes. Next they make a hard shell to protect themselves. This is called a chrysalis. Can you say that word? Chrysalis. Yes, a chrysalis. The chrysalis looks just like another leaf or twig. See you later, says the caterpillar. It is a very clever disguise. Which one is it? Look at the little boy looking up, trying to figure out which one is the chrysalis. It's hard to distinguish it from the other leaves. Safe inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar starts to change. Now it is called a pupa. It loses its fat body and starts to grow long legs and wings. This change is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Can you say that big word? Metamorphosis. Then when the pupa is ready, it breaks out of the chrysalis. Ah, that's better. Can you see that little head coming out there? But it isn't a pupa anymore. The pupa has become a beautiful butterfly. Look at that. The butterfly warms itself in the sun, then it flies off to look for food. Butterflies don't eat leaves. They drink sweet nectar from flowers. Look at that butterfly. He's getting a feast. Wow. That's not the end of the story, though. After the winter, the female butterfly returns to the same kind of plant or tree from where it first hatched. Look at the butterfly saying, this is the one. It lays some new eggs on a leaf, and soon these eggs hatch into a new family of caterpillars. So the caterpillar story starts all over again. It is called a life cycle because it goes around and around. You see that? It starts from the egg and it goes all the way around to the butterfly, back to the eggs again. The butterfly says, or the caterpillar says, yes, I know. I'm amazing. And so this is kind of what's happening out in my yard right now as I'm experiencing, watching some caterpillars that have hatched and are eating and ready to create their chrysalis. And before I go, I'm going to sing one last story. Not a story, a song. Yesterday we did R and S, or maybe the day before, I'm sorry. This is T. Capital T, lowercase t. What letter is that? T. Tina takes tap dancing lessons. Tap, 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 she taps all day. She has no time for toys or games. She'd really rather tap than play. Look at her tap dancing. Can you see that? Look at. What words did you hear that started with T? That's right. Tap, takes, Tina, time, toys. Yeah, lots of them. And this is U. Capital U, lowercase u. What letter is that? U. And they both look alike, but one's shorter. That's the lowercase, isn't it? My uncle's ukulele goes unka-plunka-doo. Each night he strums it underneath the moon. Unka-plunka-doo, unka-plunka-plunka-doo. I hear Uncle's happy tune floating upstairs to my room. And did you hear some words that start with U? Yes, Uncle. There's our Uncle. That's his ukulele. Unka, that's kind of a fun word, isn't it? Not a real word. Unka, unka-plunka-doo. Underneath starts with U. And upstairs starts with U. So we're all the way up to T and U. We're almost at the end of this book of singing the ABCs. And for now, I'm going to say good night. I hope you have a nice day. I walked and exercised this morning, so make sure that you exercise every day and also keep reading books. I love you. Mwah. Big kiss for all of you. Good night.
Amen.